morning and welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in again. Every time I set the cameras rolling, I have a blank of what I'm going to talk about. And today, as it's Sunday, it's only the day after the previous video when I was showing you about that quotation from Tradify. It's just a bit of time out to take a look around at this first fix that has gone in, which I've got to finish off. It's been done by, again, Macedonians, and kind of copied some of the techniques I used on the second floor. So I was using Copex and singles quite a bit there, although here they've used Twin Earth, but they have used Copex, and I think, yeah, so it should all be grommeted and everything. The only thing is that some of the cable runs in the walls are not completely plumb. They kind of wander across the wall slightly. I noticed when it was going in. I couldn't do anything about it at the time. So we're here, and this is what we're going to have a little look at. Maybe identify some of these cables. Got a single socket here with 4 1.5 looks like Twin and Earth's coming out of it. We're in lockdown, I know, but this is an empty site, and I've got to quote for finishing off the electrics, really, putting a board in. The board I bought for this is a Hager dual board. It's called Design 30. It's got horizontally 12 module spaces. It's got SPD, main switch, RCD, 6, and then RCD, and another 10 at the top. So 16 ways. And the top floor, might have shown you before, has got its own board. The top floor is on a sub-main from the ground floor here. It goes up in armour, 6mm armour. It's got a radial, 4mm radial socket and 1.5 radial downlights. It's got a smoke alarm, 3-core in Earth on the smoke alarm. Junction boxes are all set into the wall, so they're easily accessible and can be accessed without going into the loft or anything else, and I've just put them in Patras boxes with plates over the top. It remains for me today to identify some cables, try and see how many circuits there are in this place, whether my 16 ways is going to cover the downstairs and first floors, to work out what I'm going to do with the intake, whether I put Unistrut up against the wall there on which to mount everything, and just generally get an idea ready for the new Tradify quote which I will be doing for it. So I'm just going to sign on to Tradify here and get that up so that you can see it. Help software, and as I say, I've got a trial version which is pretty well, I think it is just the same as the paid for version. It's just that they've got to phone you and get you to start paying for it. So I go into I haven't started doing a quote yet, but I have done that other quote. I'm in settings at the moment, which then I get my billing rates and my price list. So pricing levels is what I'm getting confused by, which you'll see. And here is all the stuff. So is all the stuff. So I'm going to work through with City Electrical, my login on City Electrical here, putting in the search there, and then transferring whatever it is as I go through in my head, building the job I'll go through in putting it into the price list so that it's there for when I do the... Oh, not doing invoice, am I? I'm doing a quote. Yeah, quote. What am I doing? Quote. So, this is the quote I've got. And it comes up like this, and then you can print it, which of course being on the website means it's got to be downloaded. And there you go, there's the invoice. I keep calling them invoices. Quote, there's the quote. So when I do a new quote, it'll be in here. Customer, pricing level, and everything else you need. But the first part of the quoting process is to fill in the settings, all the products that you're going to need, and that is in price list, which is what I'm doing. So I'll just be filling in a few things in the price list as I go on, so you can see. So the Unistrut, the Hager board. I bought it last year. It was quite pricey. I keep finding these everywhere. 3.5mm screws. It's quite pricey. I think I paid £285 for this, and now of course we've got the fuse boards version, which are, you know, obviously a lot cheaper, but fuse board weren't around, or I wasn't aware of them at the time. So we've got a high integrity board, and I will be using just MCBs in this, seeing as we've already spent quite a lot of money. We've got RCBOs on the upstairs board. Excuse me. Hello. Yeah, that's really the reason I want to bring the remortgage forward. Yeah, I mean, I had no idea of doing that. I have no idea, and I'm not really expecting it to be able to be done just because of that reason. So my mortgage 5 fixed rate term finishes in 2021. I was thinking of bringing it forward, paying a bit of an excess and remortgaging now. You know, that's neither here nor there. I was looking at raising a bit more. We owe about £24,500 on the mortgage, so I was looking at raising a bit more than that. If it's, yeah, I get a tax allowance like everyone else. Yeah.
Yes. So do you take that as the PAYE and then dividends as the additional, so you don't pay any tax?
No, I get dividend. It's all dividend. It's all dividend. But I still get a tax. I still get an allowance as well. Yeah.
The way that do it in the most efficient way is you say £12,000 of it, which is your tax allowance, and then the rest of it you can save in dividends.
Yeah.
And then it's tax free. So you still should have that £12,500 a year as PAYE.
Yeah, I see. I've never had that explained to me, and that's not the way I've been doing it. But anyway.
Right, okay.
So I've got Unistrut here, and I'm going to put Unistrut into and it's Unistrut slotted channel. I've got 2 lots of slotted channel in here, so I've got my buy price and I've got my standard markup on there. My buy price is 17.10. For some reason I'm not completely understanding of, I've got my selling price at 24.62, which is completely wrong. And that's to do with the setup for billing arrangements, I think. So my billing arrangements for my time are somehow getting muddled up in the price list here, which I need to sort out, because otherwise I can't get my my invoice amount for those bits. So I'm thinking through the job and what I need. So I've put in the Hager stuff, because this is a trial version, so it's got nothing in it yet. And I'm going to do my quote for the shop you saw yesterday on here. Thinking through the job and things I'll need. So let's put in a pack of Copex. So let's see. Contractor pack I put into my amount here. Contractor pack. That's not coming up. Flexible conduit. It's quite laborious, this. Now, conduit parts. click on that, and then we go into here. So new, price list item, item code. So I am actually putting in the City Electrical codes in here. 2080 6210. It's a warm day, it's 21 degrees outside, and I've still got my lovely grey knee socks on, which I wear in the winter, and my sweater, and I'm not hot, but if I go outside it is quite warm, it's cooler in here. That's obviously been in for the builders. Possibly a ring there. Cooker circuit here in 10mm. Kitchen ring there in 2.5. Nothing in the way of the boiler. Kitchen island, I'd expect that to be a ring, 2.5. Further ring. Yeah. This looks like a light switch, but cables disappear off downwards. There. Another light switch. Looks like they've brought... Right, so we've got some 3-core in earth there, and some twin-core in earth. Got some stuff to sort out up there. Quite a few cables there. Part of a ring again. OPEX coming out of here, probably speaker cables or something. Down here we've got something strange happening here. It's a new wire, new cable, completely cemented. Not too happy with that at all. So should I chop that out? Where RC protected. He had an EICR done a couple of years ago, before, maybe longer than that, because it's a couple of years since he started this job. Sorry, my ears have gone pop because of this cough and this these symptoms I've got. I constantly feel like my ears have gone pop and I can't really hear myself talking. But I was here 4 or 5 years ago doing an EICR and remedials on the old installation, which since has mostly been ripped out. And the new cables, there they all are. The new cables. Now my idea is to put a DIN rail and connectors up here in an enclosure, and then come down neatly in a trunking in singles into the new board. As you can see, the board isn't actually attached to the wall, so we're going to have to come and do something else there. Yeah, helpful. Glued together with tape, so I know that is a ring. These two cores are taped together. Helpful, but unhelpful in that every single point this ring is supposed to go to has been cut. So the only place that these two legs go to will be the first socket on each leg. And without going round and joining every single cable with Wagos, I'm not going to be able to test those the integrity of the cable until it's got second fix on it. More to the point, I'm not going to be able to identify easily which sockets come from which circuit. So I'm going to work out a methodology there. I'll just show you another slight problem with this. Get him off. If there is a break in this somewhere, it'll be a bit of a nightmare to find it. Now that they've chopped it all up, I'm just going to wait until it's all pinned back together again, in which case I'll go around and count the number of sockets there are, get an idea how long that's going to take me. Can I wedge that? No, can't. Put it around there. Okay, let's see where this goes. going to use this as an R2 test lead. I've got my Mega 1730. Go around and find out where the first of the leg is. Okay, that ain't gonna let me go very far, is it? Here we go, let's go around and see if we can find out one that this belongs to. Well, it's not this one. And it's not this one. No. Is it this one? Oh, it's all covered in paint. Because it's only going to be one of these, isn't it? Closest to the... It's not the kitchen, by the look of it. And it's not the living room. No. It's not the kitchen. It's not the living room. It is quite dark colour though. Is it the hallway? No. Not that one. Not that one either. Okay. Might be upstairs, of course. Might be upstairs. There's loads coming out of here. 1.5s. So that's not going to be it. 1.5s now. Okay, upstairs then. Well, I've received no success with the R2 test lead, so now I am just going to go and put the signal generator on it, see if I can do it that way. I only just want to get one lot identified while I'm here today. They're really good crop clips on here. They really are good. Right, I'm going to whack it right up. Where can I put it? Is it going to stay there? Rest it on there. Good. Twenty on this one. 20 on this one. Okay, Okay, so I'll run downstairs and stick the R2 on there. The R2 test lead on one of them. So we can turn this off, and useful. And we'll stick the R2 test lead on here. Where it was before, in other words. Right. Nothing on there, okay? Oh, Alex. Sonia here as well.
Yes, I think so.
Trying to sort out where these cables go from, because it's all a bit higgledy-piggledy in here and I can't find what's what. So that's what I'm doing before I do your quote, to see how much work it's going to be to find what all these things are. Well, you know, while there's nobody here, every so often I come over and I find... Hey?
You're not afraid from us.
Not afraid from you?
No, I mean because of this.
We have to keep away from each other because we're on video. They'll see us, you know, not being... But I'm allowed to work. Electricians are allowed to work. So, yeah, it's good if I can come in here occasionally and get a circuit sorted out. Hey? A couple of jobs outstanding at the moment. Hello. Hello. It's all filling up now. We might have to pack away and go. Because I'm not the same household as these people. Can't see it. I'll put it on the other one. I'll put the R2 and the signal generator on the other one. On the other leg. Let's see. Over here we did get a reading. Yeah, we get a reading of about 40, and then, yeah, so there we are, we're attached now. Okay, so Alex is downstairs phoning the electrician, so asking where the other downstairs leg of the upstairs ring is, the first floor ring. Because I found one leg, and I've been around everything else I can find, and I can't find the other leg, downstairs leg. This is a lavatory, and there's some 2.5 coming out of here, which I cannot identify which circuit this is on. I would have thought it would have been on the ring for this part of the property, but it's not. It doesn't seem to be joined to the bedroom next door. I've just got one more test to do, whether it's joined to this one under the floor. But nowhere can I find the downstairs leg, the second downstairs leg for the first floor ring. And I suppose I've been here must have been an hour looking for this on one circuit. So if we say that it's going to take me an hour and a half for each circuit to identify things, you're looking at best part of a week's work to do that. So we've got to speed it along somehow. I do feel bad because the customer's now, you know, he's so obliging, and he's saying, oh, I'll come back, take the others back, which he's doing, because we don't want to be in contact with each other. He's taking them back, and he's going to come back and he's going to take up all this laminate floor, which I tried to persuade him not to, because I'm saying, you know, there's a way one can test just by doing every single end and testing continuity to try and get this downstairs leg. He's going to come and do it so that we can find, with the cable finder, this one is joined to that is the downstairs leg, but it doesn't just come out here. It's it's under the floor and we don't know where it goes, and we've tested downstairs as well. The tumble dryer ring here doesn't seem to be connected either, so maybe it's connected if we connect everything up. My job is going to be to come and Wago these all around up, so I'm just going to count how many points there are upstairs, full stop, and then we'll get it all joined up. The light switches are a nightmare, because I mean that is just another ball game, so let's forget about that for now. You can speculate about anything really, and it just drives you nuts. So I have found actually that the other leg here of this one does go through to there. So yeah, we're solid on that. Here goes. What kind of jobs do you think I get? I don't know. Sometimes I'm watching other people's channels, and especially the London-based Sparks. Delroy has, I've seen little jobs Delroy's gone round that are like this, just sorting out a little bit here and there in a maybe not brilliant installation from a guy who's disappeared back off to Europe, Macedonia, and can't get back over here to finish it. That's more's a pity because he's bloody cheap. .306. Don't get much done. The office. Back at the office, and back at the office now. So here we are back at the office. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.